Oy vey, Goyam. So, real quick, a little update. This is a trade recap. Um, I ended up taking a trade right at like 1:30 ish when PM session was opening. I didn't trade New York this morning, or like AM or lunch. But I checked the charts and I was looking at this. Real quick, cop some G Fuel, bro. Hold up, yo, this shit tough, bro. It's grape flavor, so gas, and it came with this like Fallout like cap, and it's a bottle opener and a magnet. Shit's pretty tough, bro. Saying. All right, let's go back here. Started using the TradingView app. Um, the trade that I took. Let's see if we can go back and pop it up. All right, here we go. This was not the one I took. What I took was this right here. Or no, not longs. We're going shorts right here. We go on the 15. We had this rejection wick right here. I thought it was pretty solid. We're gonna enter at the 50% mark. Stop above the high for about a $400 risk on the table, and we're gonna target like this gap fill right here on the 15. Not only that, I entered this position the moment I saw us change. We had put in a CISD here, so we did that, and so then I saw we were kind of like just chopping up here, and so I was like, okay, we're chances are we're gonna want to go lower and fill some imbalances, which it seems like we're doing that now. I just got manipulated out. My problem, what I did wrong here, I don't think it was a bad trade. It was like an A minus because I didn't wait for the manipulation move when PM session opened. Because look, we got tapped in right around here. Go to the 5. We literally got tapped in on the first candle. We manipulated up and now we're distributing down. I don't think it was a bad trade at all. What I didn't see, I didn't see that this 9:30 a.m. open rejection wick. I didn't pay attention to that, so that was my fault. Let's see, higher time frame PD arrays. We tapped into this rejection wick right here for London reverse. Out of it. All right, cool. So, this was the one trade took for the day. We got trade copia. I really hope this isn't bad to show. But yeah, so we have this. Took $400 loss on each. I really like this because I'm able to just kind of like mark out exactly what is like all that. But I think we're gonna want to go lower, at least tap into this imbalance here on the 1 hour, 15, 30 minute, fill this gap. Because look at that, perfect, lining up everything. I think we're gonna want to go down here, tap into this before ever going any higher. We had no news today. At the end of the day, this was a decent trade, is what it is. Took that loss. I wasn't too upset with it. The moment I saw us coming up here and closing right here, I was like, okay, chances are we're gonna this is gonna cook us. So what could I have done better in the future? Obviously, after the accumulation, right? We have the accumulation, manipulation, then distribution. This is the distribution, this was the manipulation. So what I should have done, obviously, seeing that we had PM session coming up, could have waited for this manipulation and entered in off of this entry trigger. Boom. Kind of have to, like, I don't want to do this kind of stop, so I'd go for like a static 10 or something like that. 10 works, and we target these lows or this gap right here. At the end of the day, this would have been a banger trade. I would have definitely already been at break even by this point, but I think we're gonna want to continue to distribute lower. Realistically, at least to this low, I think this is not a bad area. Why? We have a potential rejection wick right here. Could have taken it even to here, to this, but I'd say this is already kind of mitigated because we already tapped into the wick before moving higher. If we had no wick here, I would expect, is what it is. Targeting, this 15-minute imbalance, either the start or the close. I wouldn't even be going for this much, simply just because consistency rules, all that. So that was today's trade. I gotta leave in a second. I got my Goy Slave job, so I'm gonna have to go to that. But this is just the one trade. Okay, we're only up 100 on one of our PAs in total, and we're down 400 on the second one. Is what it is. We'll continue trading. I think this was a minus setup, B plus right here, simply because we still had a manipulation move to come. We had our manipulation, now we're distributing lower. So is what it is for this. I wouldn't want to take this simply because, bro, look at this RR. I'm not about to put fucking 700 almost dollars for this, you know? What I would have done for this is more of, I'll whip out my OTE levels, enter in off whatever one gives me better risk reward. Chances are something like this, I would rather see something like this and then get like a 15-point stop. And then literally this is already 90-ish points. So we have that. Stop. Don't get manipulated. When you see it accumulating, literally just sit on your hands. Look at this. You had your entry in right here after the manipulation. Obviously, you're not going to want to have your stop above here. You'd probably rather just go for, you know, the midpoint of this. Cover the midpoint. This is still about 20 points-ish. So I'd say this is a decent trade if you want to. 10-point stop. After this candle right here, this would have been riskier, but you know, that's what I at least think. So 10-point stop, targeting whatever this gap fill. I think we're gonna want to come down here, fill this gap even more, but you know, we're getting there. We're getting better at trading. We're getting better at all this. Literally, I took that $400 loss and I wasn't really that upset. It was one trade. I just got manipulated out, is what it is. So I had the right idea. I had the idea that we were going to want to go lower. We'll come back, obviously, see what this wants to do later, because I have to leave. But is what it is. We'll be back on the charts tomorrow for Wednesday. The only thing about tomorrow is we have FOMC at 2 o'clock. So probably be less risk averse or whatever. So we'll see what Price wants to do. Yeah, but we got CPI Friday. Gonna cop like 3 more accounts for Apex and just do the CPI method. That would put us up like 5 accounts. Just copy trade those. So yeah. Yeah. All right. We got that. This would have been break even by now. So yeah. That's it from Goyam Trades. I'm gonna go ahead and post this. We took a loss, is what it is. Handling loss is way better. Yeah. So, next time, wait for the manipulation. All right. Peace out, Goyam.